Good morning, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast, and my name is Kimiowei Tarinimi. You are welcome to today's program. Today we are going to be talking about something very important and very crucial to our struggle and to us as a people, which is titled Biafra is our collective responsibility. But before we move on, we must first of all pray and commit our dealings and everything that we do to the hands of our Heavenly Father, which is in heaven. Tamara winging on away, you're gonna mock Medao, the one that made the heavens and the earth, the one that's all of our hearts and all of our lives have been committed to, the one who has called us and separated us for this time and for this struggle to ensure that the children of God upon the earth are free from every form of bondage, from the bondage of the mind, from the bondage of everything whatsoever. The one that has separated us from our mother's womb and even before we were born, to see to it that the zoo crumbles and the children of men are free for eternity. We have nowhere else to go to. We have no one else to run to. Our enemies may have all that they have. They may have access to every government, access to every weapon in this world. They may have all the media in this world and bribe everyone they want to bribe. They have access to all of our resources. But we have nothing except you, and our hope is in you alone to see to the end of this movement. And you have never failed. You have never discouraged us. You have always been our source of strength and our source of energy. Right now, I want to pray for our leaders in Nnamdi Kanu. I want to pray that you will strengthen him, that you continue to strengthen him where he is, and you continue to keep him strong and focused on this goal that you have called him for this golden work, of course, which is not easy, but with you, we know that he can carry on. We also pray for every Biafran doing everything that he can all over the world, putting every effort to see to the end of the zoo and the end of tyranny and the end of destruction of our people and of our land. We pray that you continue to guide them, that they remain focused and they have wisdom, the wisdom to obey and the wisdom to disobey the wrong orders from the wrong people, from the wrong crowd, from the zoo, and the wisdom to obey the right orders from your spirit that comes from IPOB. Because you are the one leading this movement. IPOB is not man-made. IPOB is not led by man, but led by Elohim, led by Tamara, that lives in heaven. We worship you. We praise you. We shall continue to praise you forever and ever, as our fathers praised you and worshipped you in the holy land of Biafra. So shall we continue to praise you and worship you, and our children after us and the children after them, and generations to come shall continue to worship you in the holy land of Biafra, the land that you have separated to spread your light in the last days. We thank you. We pray for our men in the forest. They shall continue to experience victory upon victory over every enemy that they encounter, because you and you alone has given us the edge over our enemies, and you shall keep them strong and focused, resolute, irrespective of any challenges. They shall continue to move forward without giving up. All those who pray, we ask in the name of Tamara, Tamuno, Aiba, Aziba, Izibe, Barry, Ogene, Chukokike Abiama, Abasi, Ise, more power. You're welcome once again. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. In case you're just joining us, under the auspices of Radio Biafra, you're welcome to today's program. And as I told you earlier when we started, today we are going to be talking about Biafra is our collective responsibility. Our collective responsibility. Biafra is our collective responsibility. I will not say much, and today we have some guests. We have two guests. I will introduce the first, and afterwards, the second. The second person is somebody that I've spoken to you before, and discovered the system was not clear enough. Most people did not hear him, and it is important that I bring him back here so that at least the Ogoni people will hear him. I'm talking about nobody else but the Abuja coordinator who have been here before, but I still found need to bring him here again. But first and foremost, the person that is going to be addressing us today is an elder in this struggle, an elder in his own nation. You know, the other times when I brought in some his own people, most of them are from Bielsa. I think one of one of the his own person I brought in is partly from Delta. But this particular Izon man is an Izon man from River States. Okay, so today is more or less River State Day, according to the zoo description. Okay, so today is the coastal areas in Iguacha. Okay, so we have somebody that has this for a very long time. We have known each other for years now. There was a time we were even having doing some broadcasts on Facebook from his very house. Okay, he's an old stock in this movement. He's an old stock, and he's also a member of the CRC. You know, when our leader introduced the CRC, not many people know about the CRC except people that have problems. After our leader introduced CRC, many people have forgotten whether there was anything like CRC. But when you have problems, it's just like people don't know about the courts or who the judge is. Nobody care. But when you have problems, you go there and settle it. So in this movement, they are the ones that settle our problems. When we have problems in the movement, they are the ones that takes care of it. He's a member of the CRC. He is no other person, and the CRC is Conflict Resolution Committee. Okay, in case you're wondering what CRC is, Conflict Resolution Committee. So he's a member of the CRC, a very very active member of the CRC. Okay, and he's no other person but Kimiowei Simon Abel. So I will leave the floor now for him to speak. Kimiowei, the floor is yours. Please take your time and address our people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kimiowei, Mimi. All those big, big introductions you are giving me here. Thank you so much for even affording me the privilege of speaking to my people via Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. As you rightly um, said, that today is more or less like River's Day. I am, Amapaka Ega. Amapaka Ega, and also say Rinimbo Amapaka Ega. Kimiowei simply means Mister or gentleman. Then Rinimbo is Doctor Amapaka Ega.
Oh,
Now the Simeon is I'm Dr. Amapaka Ega, not a medical doctor, but an academic doctor. But let me go straight to the issue that our moderator, Kimiowei Tarinimi, has introduced to us. But we've been on this struggle. I, as a person, Dr. Amapaka Ega, I am from Wakrikese. Wakrike is what people call Okrika. It's a corrupt name. The British, the Portuguese corrupted a lot of our populations here in the coast. I'm from Wakrike. They couldn't pronounce Wakrike, they call it Okrika. They couldn't pronounce Kalakebare, the Calabares, they just say Calabare. They could not pronounce Okubo, they call him Opopo. The town here, Opopo is Okubo, meaning big man. Then they could not pronounce Kalayo, they just said Kalio. They could not pronounce Feniyama, that is the town of bed, they call it Finima. They could not pronounce Ebane, my own brother, Ebane, more or less my place, Ebane, they call it Bonnie. Brassitua and all that, they call it brass. Just messed up the whole appellation that God has blessed us with. And so the same thing goes with the word Biafra. It is the coastal people's business. We, the coastal people. You know, Biafra is just like a very big edifice that has several sides. Several sides. You can look at the frontal side, you can look at the view, the rear side, you can look at the sides, the flanks. Whichever side you look at, that is the point from which you are going to describe the building. So Biafra is like that because it's a nation of nations. Biafra, it is Biafra. That is the actual name. But the Portuguese could not pronounce Biafra. They put it Biafra. Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Biafra means yesterday will not finish. So we are the aborigines. We are the brain behind the name. Biafra. But when they came to attack us in the 16th century, they tried to take our resources, our pantheons and all that. Our men, our fathers fought them. To stand still, but they had to overcome them by the use of sophisticated weapons. So the slogan then is, nah, yesterday will not finish it. That is Biafra cow, Biafra cow. The Calabar will say, Biafra Biao. You know, so it became a slogan. When they meet a coastal person, a zone man, hey, Biafra, Biafra, they say, this man is Biafra every time. Biafra. That's how the word Biafra came. And we are not even dealing with the word Biafra. That is why Chief Frank Opigo and his zone man from Angiama came back to remind Opigo, our warlord, our leader at that time, that look, because it was urgent. So he didn't know the name to give to this eastern region. So he said, no, there was a nation called Biafra. And then he said, okay, let's go by that way. Suggested to the Igbo-speaking Biafra about the word Biafra. And so he bought it. So if we're talking about Biafra, we have the job, the duty to stand for it. Biafra. My brother started talking about, looks at it like Biafra. Biafra, that is soup that is not done. That is what I started to define. As I told you, it's a big difference. It depends on the view from which you are looking at the building. Biafra to be from which angle are you coming from? So whatever definition you give to it, fine. Let's not quarrel about that. So this struggle, Biafra, the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, is for every one of us, particularly the coastal people. We've got so kind of cousins, people speaking Biafra have taken over the fight. As if it is an Igbo thing, it's an Igbo job, it's an Igbo business. No, you have missed it all. Biafra is our big business. Already. Sorry, this is why I have to talk to my people.
Yes, please Please go ahead. Please go ahead and speak in our local language and talk to our people very, very well. Very, very important. Go on.
Oremi Biafra is not Biafra. Biafra is by the Portuguese and the British, just as they corrupted other names. When you go to Idekema, they call it Degema, just like that. You know, Abuluma, Abuluma, they call it Abuluma. Just mess up the whole name, just mess up our appellations, beautiful appellations. Alakibare, they just Kalabare, just like that. Ahaba, they call it Asaba. Alhambra, they call it Anambra. Just anyhow, just mess up our appellations. And today we are quarreling over it. This business of Biafra is our business. It's not the Igbo business. It has nothing to do with poor Igbo. If we thank God for our cousins, Igbo speaking Biafrans, who have decided to take it upon their shoulders. Yes, even when we come to the scriptures, it is not all the tribes that usually go out for war. There are tribes that will take it upon their head, upon their shoulders to say, no, we must go and fight. And that's what the Igbos have done. Now, I just don't want to debate. I'm just trying to open our eyes. Me, Biafra yemi. Biafra cannot renew. Biafra cannot renew. So, emi yamenapo. Yamenapo opoki. Biafra cannot renew. You know, Yamapo. Biafra cannot renew. Biafra. That's why after 50 years, that yesterday will not finish. That's why after 50 years of the unity war, which people call Nigerian Biafra war, it came up again. Because yesterday will not finish. In the zoo, the lie, let them go ahead and kill. Kill as many as you like. But I tell you, that I will come. Because yesterday will not. So that is one thing I'm telling the people who are busy killing. They've got in some fleet of armed as they want to. Where are they going to use it on? One with God is majority. How about that just by the way? So the fight is for us all. The fight is for us all. It is not for the individuals. And let me even tell my brothers, the Wakreke people. When we talk about they are fighting, they say, no, minute, they're not Igbos, they're not Igbos. Why are we saying that? These 6 communities speak Igbo in what they say. Okujagu speaks Igbo. Kaliama speaks Igbo. Tojama speaks Igbo. Oganama speaks Igbo language. Abam is originated from Abia State. There's a community called Abia. It is a Abam. In Okrika, Abamama speaks Igbo. Amadiama, which you call Amadiama, speaks Igbo. So why are we making noise about, Igbos go? We not. No. There is a community called Okrika, in Bise. In Bise, you go there, you see Okrika. That is the name of that community. How did it come? Okrika. We are this hand, we are close cousins. I'm not saying that we are Igbos. No, we are Izons. But I'm saying that these Igbo speaking Biafrans are our cousins. How can you be closer to people you don't know that came from the Sahel, from Senegal, they move to Mauritania, they start moving to Mali, they start moving, start migrating down to Niger, and then Chad, they enter here. He said, these are your people. Whereas there are people that speak the same, partially the same language. What is Aziza? I'm asking my people here, what people? Aziza, you mean my Calabaris people. And what is Aziza? Aziza is broom. That is what our brothers, our cousins call it, a broom. What is Ngaji? The same thing. Ulubu, Apo, same thing. Akakru. We have common things we share in common. This struggle is for all of us. Let us take you We just said just drift a little to the spiritual angle. Because the project of this Biafra restoration is God's own project. When on the 12th of October 1960, when the Abubakar, what's this, the second jihadist in the north, when he was boasting that this very territory called Nigeria is an extension of his grandfather, Usman, and Danfodio. For our information, there are three major jihadists that the Fulanis respect. One is Mandan Fodio. The second one is it's not about Belawa. The other
Is it Bello? Is it Sultan Bello?
Bello. Ahmadu Bello, the second
Sultan Bello.
jihadist.
For Ahmadu
Yes,
Bello.
in the third. Yeah, the Ahmadu Bello who made this speech is one I'm referring to. The
Okay.
second jihadist, the third is the Bukhari. And when he mentioned that, so what God did was saying, what? These people in this thing to begin to conquer. So what he did was, but they were to come to Kwara State, but they had already taken Kwara State. To close out the west, and then from there migrate to this side. So what God did was just to raise soldiers, generals. That's why you hear men of God, when you hear those, okay, called the Kumi, in the Pokumi, they were great men of God, Yoruba speaking, and you would think that, I mean, Adeboye, and all that, these are not as if they know God more than anything. No, God is trying to create a wall, a barrier, so that there won't be any spread of this Islam to this side. But the people who have that Islamic, they're not really worshiping the real Islam in real sense. That religion. Islam is a peaceful religion. People are jihadists using Islam as a cover. So he now brought them to wage them off. But they didn't understand. They concentrated in Lagos. So the jihadists started taking over their communities, the Western communities. That's why most of the people are Muslims. So in the 90s, when the division, God now said no, decentralized, like deeper life will break decentralization, even that of Bishop Oyedepo, and all that. When the decentralization came, they started mopping back, taking back their brothers who have crossed over to the Islamic States that will be lifted by the jihadists, not by the religion, by the jihadists. So God started mopping them back. So that's why you see here some Islamic names as Christians. I have friends who have Islamic name, Abdul and all that, Ibrahim, they are Christians. Why? Because God started to pick them back. It was just to move towards Edo North, started coming through that side. Ekene area, to come through Aushi. God also raised Apostle Suleiman, very stubborn man of God. So as a barrier, all is to hinder the ingress of these wild people. You understand? So when God raises you up, He raises you up for a purpose. Ask Him, God, why? It is not to begin to make wealth for yourself, to make yourself popular. No, that's not what God raised you. He raised you up to take care. So he now started from that Edo, no, the Aushi, started wading them up to more of his. He himself was a Christian. Apostle Suleiman. We are Suleiman, a Christian. Today, I'm a great man of God. So God did it. When they saw that it wasn't working, they started now coming through the middle belt. And pushing down to even to take God's own people. Again. What do you say no? I will separate you people so that you go your own, then my friend will go their own. And that's all. And that's why it is God's own project. Now is the time. So it is every person's business. God's business is every person's business. God's business is very separation. It's very restoration. So it is everybody's business. All hands come. It is not just our Igbo speaking people. Before, take you back to memory lane. When the Unity War ended in 1970, they almost banned the language Igbo. You speak Igbo in public is very taboo. You're one of those people that created that war. So the Igbo language was somewhat hidden. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Taruwe is asking me to round up now, please. So please, sorry, because of the shortness of time, I will have just told you some things, right? But give and take, for the fact that they wanted to rub minds with the northern bloc at that time in Nigeria, so they decided to disassociate themselves from people. Our incredible brother said they are not people. We that speak, we have Igbos, we marry them, they marry us. We from Wakreke, we marry the Igbos and they marry us. And yet, we say no. Why? Because we don't want to answer a bad name. That's how it started. Now that Biafra has come again, they say, oh, now, people now accept this Biafra. It will be as if that time we are lying, we are not Igbos, we are not, we don't belong. My brother, we all belong. This old Eastern region. Thank you very much, Kimiowei Tarinimi, for this and give it to me to at least air my voice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kimiowei Amafaka Iga. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. You have educated us powerfully. You have educated us powerfully, and I really want to thank you. And I believe Biafrans have learned one or two things. And at this juncture, I will be bringing our brother, whom you have heard before. You've heard him before, though it wasn't so clear. But he is going to be talking to us on this same topic, which is our collective responsibility. He is from Ogoni, and he's also the Abuja coordinator. Okay, he's no other person but Mazi Pomtera Barido Williams. Please, the mic is yours now. Please talk to Biafrans. Hello, talk to Biafrans.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, dear friends. Good morning from here, lover of freedoms. Good morning, dear friends. Am I coming out loud?
You are coming out loud and clear. The world is listening.
Good morning, dear friends, lover of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're domiciled. Say thank God for everything. It does not be easy for us, especially our leader, Mazi Kanu, also our foreign heroes, especially King Saruwa. I want to greet our people too, Ogome people. Bene Ogoni, Boenzo, Bene Ogoni, Kanana Dear friends, the coastal region, I want to say thank you to our activists, most especially Goodluck Igbo, the founder and the president of OSIA, Ogoni Central Indigenous Authority, self-government, the Ogoni self-government people. I want to say thank you because it's not be easy. All this why now we have known the importance of this self-government. Because for 25 years, our people, when I finished secondary school, that is when I joined the self-government, and I created the chapter inside my district. So our people we are all Biafras, and what we are trying to do here is a very big collective ideas. Our ideology. I don't say you are going to marry not a Biafran. I've said it before. Our veteran soldiers, they are still alive. People like Werelu Ngori, people like the traditional ruler, Bokama, chairman, council of chief, what's his name? Tekuru, Chief Tekuru, they are still alive. People like Chief Johnson, Mobo, Bori, they are still alive. They are all gallant Biafra soldiers. We should come together and fight this fight because they have already declared war for us. We don't know. Look at what is happening in Ogoniland. Look at what is happening in the coastal region. Our soil, our land, our air. Look at the black shoots that is falling everywhere. As soon as you put your maybe your hand into your nose or you touch the anywhere, you see imagine how black it is. That's how it will be. Which means the next 10 years, 15 years, many people will not live. That's a war. The same war they plan do with billions of cartage, the president of Tunisia. It's the same crude oil they are still using to clean our people. Nothing is growing. They claim that they are doing the cleanup, but nothing is working. Everybody is just clambling. I want to come to Abuja. I want to please people. Everybody should leave the politicians alone. Look, I have we have talked about this thing. And that is why God has seen all these our leaders, Mazi and the Kanu, who of Digbo, of course here, to come to make our people understand the importance of nation. Ogoni nation, what everyone live for us is Ogoni nation. He died November 10, 1995. So Ogoni people, please, I am asking, we should come together as a collective idea to fight this injustice. Because the only thing that can save us, the only thing that can save the so-called Niger Delta, the coastal region of the Biafra land, is this freedom. Nations, we should come together and get a very good ideology. They are bringing money. What are we doing? What are we doing? We have the self-government structure there already. I'm appealing to every Ogoni man. Bring down any white green flag in Ogoni land. Bring it down. We'll have our own flag. But from now to 200 years, the land cannot be developed except Biafra comes. It's a fact. Except Biafra comes. Ask our veteran soldiers, what inspired them for them to put on the Biafra? Ask Chief Secretary, Chairman, Traditional Ruler, Dokana. Ask him what inspired him to put on the he's still alive. Ask him what inspired him to put on to move his shirt and put on the Biafra's uniform. Because of nation. They were fighting because of the nation. Ask Chief Johnson what inspired him. Chief Johnson what inspired him to put on Biafra uniform? Many of them like that. What we are doing, what we are becoming is doing for everybody. Of course, he have said it. He mentioned I think 2007 broadcast. He did a fight about the Ogoni autonomous. He mentioned it. And before he was kidnapped that time, before he was shot or he escaped what do I call it assassination that time, he was preparing to come to Ogoni. He was preparing to come to Ogoni land. And the Nigerian government saw that, the Zoo government saw that. Brother, look at what is happening. The black suits on the air. The soil is not working. The water, everything. Breast cancer, kidney failure, so many things. Our people are getting eye problems. Nobody is thinking how to bring. Nobody. It's only Ogoni people that will build Ogoni land well. It's only Ogoni people that will treat Ogoni people well. It's only Ogoni people that will build Ogoni land very well. They are just through the help of the Britain, the Zoo government and the Janjaweed, the Fulani government, the Nigerian government, the Janjaweed, through the aid of the British government. For example, now, all these things we are saying, so many things we are complaining, they are all wrong. Look at, like, for example, now, this our so-called McLean toothpaste. Well, leader have said it before. The flora, the southern flora, it has a side effect in the brain because it's brain damages. And that is what I feel, that is what, to me, I feel that is what Europeans are using to weaken our brain. These toothpaste people are using. But today, look at now, China is producing charcoal toothpaste made with salt and coconut. Our people, if you go to our market everywhere, you see this same flora, this southern flora that are using as market everywhere. That is causing brain damage. There's so many things that we are not discovered. Please, our people, the coastal region of Biafra land, we must fight for our nation, for our freedom. It's a must. If you know you are not part of the freedom fighting, please, you are a politician, leave the place. So when the land has been restored, when the Biafra restoration has been restored, you can come back and do your politics. That's it. Look at the development so slow. Please, Biafra, get your goal. You should all rise up and key in to the one that is complex. Please. I'm just saying this because it started what case ever fought with them. It was a sabotage. They killed them through different media propaganda. Look what is happening now. Even upon all the media warheads and all that, our people cannot even understand what is happening. See how they keep things and we don't need pardon. Doesn't need pardon. What we need, what is need is exoneration. That's what Ogoni people need. Exoneration, that's what Ogoni people need. We don't need pardon. Pardon him for what? He was sabotaged and killed. Causing the Nigerian government with the British aid, it's the British that killed Simeon Sarewa, not Ogoni people. So my people, we must rise up. We must face this challenge. Those people that was inside that room they killed King Sarewa, those people that was inside that Sabina that was kicked Sarewa, they are still alive. They are inside the government. The former president Daudu of NBA, he was there. The current custom officer now, this control general Ahmed Ali, he was there. The retired chief judge Ibrahim Uta, he was there. The current chief of staff Ibrahim Gambari, all of them, they are still on the same government up to them here in Abuja, with us here in Abuja. Still planning how to kill more people. Please, our people, the coastal region, everybody should rise up, and face this force. We must take this freedom by force, by fire. You should rise up with your spear. You should rise up. I don't know how our people depend on your own local government, but you must rise up with your. I know the zoo government call it gun and weapon, all others, but you must hold it and defend your land. Because nothing is moving. There's no uncontrollable good land. Nothing is moving. The youth are just courtesan, just different division everywhere. Can you mention it? The pirate, the buccaneer, the Iceland, the Daybam, the Baywell, just like that, confusion everywhere. They're just putting confusion all everywhere. Why all these groups you come together and fight for your nation, defend your land? Only one oil, no many houses, only one oil. No, only one oil. The current structure in all these stupid zoo, IMEC, units. You can build skyscraper, 20-story skyscraper with all the units in the coastal region, Biafra. You can develop your place. You don't nothing is working in that place. But the light we are using, the light I'm using there in Asokoro, in Abuja here, is from Afam. But if you go to Afam, we don't have light. The Abuja light is from Afam, the gas. But we don't have light here. So what is happening to us? The thing as a country, you are coming here, just coming. Everybody wants to go to Abuja. Please, Abuja is not the solution. You have to stand. The solution is to stand and defend your land. Hang your flag. Get your nation. It's one of the Biafra will be one of the is the last miracle. Please, you're going to everybody should key into the self-government. Should follow the right thing to be done. It's the right thing. It's the best. It's a collective idea. You follow with other people. So many other entities have come up. You have the people. So my people, dear friends, I want to thank you all. especially the Biafra, the IPOB Biafrans in Ogoni land. Our leaders there, please, people should, it's the collective idea. I want to say thank you for everything. And don't remember, King Saruwa, it is death. They killed Ogoni people on the 10th of November, 1995. So it's the same date of our leader, Mazi November 10th too. So join them and sit at home and do whatever they're doing. We join them and do whatever we are doing. Sit at home and follow them up. Thank you, Biafra. Bene Ogoni, Boyka. Bene Ogoni, Boyka. Bene Ogoni, Kanana Bare. Thank you, Biafra. Thank you. My leader. Anyway,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
That was a nice one. That was a brilliant one. And Biafrans, you have heard them. You have heard them speak. And you know, Biafra is our collective responsibility. And one very simple message I have for some of our coastal people that might be listening to me now, or that may come to listen to this broadcast, maybe at another time, another time, as the case may be. You must understand that this is a golden opportunity that we have to free our land. Nobody gives anybody freedom in a platter of gold. Go to America and go into the waters of America, you will see our brothers that were sold from Biafra land here that chose death instead of free. They chose to die. Till today, their bodies are like stones inside the water. They chose death over slavery. Those guys chose to die. But you are a slave in your own land, and we are saying you just have to do one or two simple things for you to be free. And some of you are arguing. Are you not foolish? People that are wise chose death over slavery. You are in your own land. You are a slave in your own land, but yet you do not know. You know, somebody said, I saved 1,000 slaves. I could have saved 10,000 more. But funny enough, the 10,000 people are not aware that they are slaves. They were slaves, but they were not aware that they were slaves. I saved 1,000. I could have saved 10,000. Let that not be the story of our leader Mazi Kano. That he could have saved the whole of Biafra land. But he probably was only able to save just a handful of Biafra. Because the desire of our enemy is that only what they have carved to be southeast should go and be free. That is the desire of our enemy. Our enemies do not want you to be free. And I want to sound this as a warning to some of you that might be thinking that may have one hope or the other on other organization, any other people outside the indigenous people of Biafra. That, oh, these people are going to fight for your freedom. Some of them were there before our leaders started this movement for the indigenous people of Biafra. Till today, they have not achieved. Some of them have joined the Nigerian politics and they enjoy money gotten from politics. Politicians pay them. That is their own politics. But to you, they are doing freedom fighting. people INC, these are politicians. But you think they are freedom fighters. No, they are not. They only fight their activism within the confines of the zoo politics. Anything beyond that, they are not interested. That is why when you tell them about Biafra, because Biafra is serious business. We're not joking. We're not coming here to tell lies. And the zoo government knows we're not joking. They know we aren't joking. They know we're not here to tell lies. So what do? They go about trying to ensure that you do not understand. First and foremost, open your heart to listen. Ask questions. These people, what are they after? What is their mission? You cannot know a people's mission by staying away from messages from that people. Get into debates. If you've heard about Biafra and probably you're not convinced, ask questions. Call a Radio Biafra, we're going to answer your questions. Get into debate, active debate. If you do not get into active debate, you are not going to have answers. When you want to know what is sincere and what is not sincere, it is when you ask questions. Ask questions and wait for answers. Ask questions. Give your own contributions. That is what to do. And I want to let many of our people understand that though there are still many more that are yet to understand what we're doing and get actively and fully involved, because even this radio is not going very far in some of our coastal communities and all of that, but we are working very, very hard to ensure that this message gets to our people in the coast, in different areas, in different communities, and we are making progress. Okay, so but as much as you have the opportunity, you can listen from different social media platforms. If you have your Android phones, you can download the IPB Community Radio app and listen. And if you have the radio, better turn on your radio and listen. Ensure you follow up so that you can understand what is going on. Our leader Mazi Kanu, Elohim in heaven did not call him to save Igbo people alone. He called him to save the whole of Biafra land. If you cannot save your land, or if your land remain in bondage after all this, it is nobody's fault but yours. Because this is an open check. Everybody is coming to write their names on it. Biafra restoration is an open check. Wherever you see signature of Biafra being written, it is because people have decided to write their name on it. Our leader Mazi Kanu did not call Igbos alone. When I first started hearing him on radio, I heard him call his son. I heard him call Ogoni. I heard him call Ibibio. I heard him call Soko. I heard him call Urubu. I heard him call Igala. I heard the names of all these places. And when I heard, I came in. And today, I am doing the same thing. So that you also will hear. So, and when you hear, don't just sleep on it and forget it. Make use of what you've heard. Freedom is not cheap. Never ever think freedom is cheap. and never think another man is there to save you. You must save yourself. Your salvation is in your hands. Your salvation is your own responsibility. It is not someone else's responsibility. Your salvation is your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of your neighbor. Your salvation is your responsibility. You know, poor education in the zoo is a very big problem. Because of poor education in the zoo, there are many people that do not even know that while you're in the zoo, mostly in the coastal region of Biafra land, when you breathe, the air you breathe in is killing you. That's what one of our speakers was saying. The Abuja coordinator, Mazi Pomtera. That's what he was saying. He was saying that they have already poisoned our air and they are killing us slowly. That this is war. They are poisoning our air. The same weapons that Rome used against Carthage, which is crude oil to destroy Carthage, destroy their farmlands until Carthage had no food and they were killed and they were weak. They couldn't fight because they had no food. That is the same thing that these people are doing to us. We can no longer fish. Most of us are fishermen. Our rivers are all polluted. We cannot fish anymore. So you are now forced to leave the natural business that you used to do to have money to take care of yourself. You are forced right now to leave that business and join politics. Many of our people in the coast, if you're not in politics, then you are poor, then you'll be poor because there are no jobs. That is why you see those that are opportuned to have high political positions always have peer of this, peer of that, peer of this. After all the peer of this peer, then they now have thugs. The thugs are hoping that one day they will become peer. The peers are hoping that one day they will become commissioners and all of that. Some many times those wishes never come true because those offices are very few for very few people. So when you can no longer do your natural businesses that you used to feed yourself, you are now forced to join them and do whatever they do. But you must be able to tight your belly and say, if hunger will kill me, let hunger kill me. But this thing that is killing me, I must face it head on. Nigeria is killing you. If you do not kill Nigeria, Nigeria will kill you and your descendants will not know. In fact, you will not even have descendants. Not even that your descendants will not know that you existed. You will not even have descendants. Because the mission of our enemies is to wipe us all out. The mission of Fulani and Britain is to wipe us all out. So when they have wiped us all out, they can have free access to our resources and everything that is on our land. Then the remaining people, they use them as slaves. They know that our brains are beautiful brains. We are smart people. So they will use us as slaves. You know, when you have a smart slave and you put him to work in your farm will do very well. That is exactly what they are going to be using us for if you do not stand up now and save your land. If you don't stand up now and save your land, and you are going to be destroyed. Destruction is already here. Only the blind cannot see it. If you do not see it, you might have eyes, but you are blind. It means you don't even listen to the news. You don't even read the news. You know nothing. You are blind. Some of you read the news every day, but not a glimpse of what is coming. The tsunami is coming. Is already here. In fact, if not for Eastern Security Network, it would have washed us all out by now. Many of us would have been afraid to go to our communities. Even till now, I know many Ogoni people that are afraid to go to their communities. Yes. and you think it is your brothers that are doing it. No, they have infiltrated all those cult groups. Fulani have infiltrated all those cult groups. I am not, this is not hearsay. I know what I'm saying. I have seen them with my eyes. Like our people will say, koro koro eyes. I have seen them with my koro koro eyes. They don't enter. They don't enter. They don't blend finish. Let me use their language. They don't blend all the cult groups. They don't blend finish. So when you see Ogoni in Ogoni land, they say this cult is killing this cult. It is Fulani inspired. They are wiping you out slowly. Slowly. Even in Biafra there, this cult group and that cult, Fulani they are in. In Igocha they are there. They are in the cult groups. Ask anybody that knows about cultism very, very well in Igocha, they will tell you that Fulani have penetrated all these cult groups. They have. You know, I'm a researcher. I make research very, very well. So when I tell you things, I know what I'm saying. I'm not doing guesswork. We don't do guesswork in Radio Biafra. We tell you the truth as it is. And we do not sugarcoat the truth. We tell you as it is. If you like it, you take it and use it to better your life. If you do not like it, it is your own cup of tea. When the bullet comes, it will hit you and you'll be history. When the arrows come, it will hit you and you'll be history. But when we give you information and you make use of the information, you will free your land. Yes, you will. And I want to sound this as a warning to all those that have taken it upon themselves to continue to deceive our people and to help the zoo to spread lies and falsehood. And some of them that believe that they can commit unnecessary crimes as much as they want on our land, and they think they can threaten this and threaten that. If you try anything, you feel you point you want to point, when the time comes, you also will be pointed. And the same way those you pointed suffered, you will suffer 10 times what they suffered. It is a promise. Some of you in the coast, you are very foolish. All you do is to use your time to fight against your own freedom. Very, very foolish people. You use your time to fight because of how much? What are they giving you? You know what you can control. Are you aware that what we have in our heads and on our land, when we are free, money can never be a problem for a Biafran? Why should somebody be deceiving you with money? Why? How can you be so foolish? Money can never be money is the least problem. Money should be the least thing that a Biafran should worry about. Money. It should be the least. But no, you want to drive the best cars. You want to show off. So when they give you any peanuts, oh, that man is your master. What that man gave to you, have you asked yourself, where did he get it from? He got it from your land. How can he be giving it to you when you are the one that is supposed to be giving it to him? It means you're a slave. Because the principle of master and slave is that whatever belongs to the slave is the master's property. The master manages the property of the slave. That was why during slave
era, if you have a wife, the master can sleep with the wife of the slave, and the slave do not have authority to complain. If the slave complains, the master can kill that slave and have his wife, and no law will hold him. So when you are serving people that are getting money from your own land, all because they are giving you money, you are a fool. By collecting that money from them, you have told yourself that you are a slave. You have accepted slavery because that money was gotten from your land. For him to get the money from your land and give that money to you, and you do what he wants, you are saying that you are a slave, so he has the right to take it from you. If you're not a slave, you will question him. It means that he's a thief, he's a criminal. When you accept it, you're a slave, and you have justified his crime because you have made him your master. You have justified his crime by collecting bribe, collecting money from your enemies. You are justifying the crime of your enemies. That is why the struggle for resource control failed, because all of you went to collect bribe in the name of amnesty. Even before then, they were giving some of you bribe and you were taking. Why won't it fail? Spiritually, you have accepted that they are your masters. Some of you do not know spiritual communications. There are some of the things that you do, they have spiritual connotations. What you are doing will never succeed because you have already failed. You have already accepted slavery. How can you be free? A man that gets freedom is the man that rejects slavery. He rejects the sweet part of slavery. He rejects the harsh part of slavery. You don't only reject the harsh part, they accept the sweet part. You reject everything. For you to become free and become a master of your own life, of yourself, of your land, you must reject the sweet part of slavery and also the harsh part of slavery. The sweet part of slavery is bribe. And this money politician, that is why you see the politicians on our land, they cannot speak. Yes, they cannot speak because they have not speaking since, because they have accepted slavery. They see that money as their comfort. They are there because of the money. They are not there because of the people. So what, they are slaves because they are there for the money. They are already slaves. So they cannot in any way accept what you do or what you say. And they cannot in any way say what we are saying in the same light that we are saying it, because they are slaves. And our people must understand this, that this is an opportunity, a golden opportunity. I know how much I called Britain out. I know how I analyzed and discredit that evil that Britain was trying to do when they were trying to say that yes, they want to give us whatever comfort, and they limited it to southeast. If that thing has gone by now, when we accept that thing and they start doing it without telling them that no, you cannot define our boundaries. Southeast is not our boundary. Biafra is beyond southeast. If we hadn't told them that, when the time comes, it is only southeast that they will just let go. And when you talk, they will tell you, and this thing is in the documents now. When we said it, you accepted. Nobody complained. So why are you complaining now? And these other people, they are not serious. And when that happens, go and go to Britain some of you are in Britain. Ask the people of Ireland when they freedom. Some parts were docile, some parts were active, as we have it today. That the hinterland is very, very active, and the coast is a little bit docile. Even though there are some others, some like us that are very active, but many more were docile. When freedom was to come in Ireland, Britain divided them, just as they planned to do to us. They kept the docile parts and let the active parts to go, the part that truly fought them go. Those other ones accepted that with time we are going to free our brothers, till today still under Britain. The Republic of Ireland is free, but Ireland under Britain is still there. They divided them, divide and control, divide and rule. But it's not going to work here. It is not going to work. Never is not going to work. Never, ever, ever is not going to work. Never is not going to work. My own community must be free. It doesn't matter how many foolish people that are there. My community must be free. His own nation must be free. It doesn't matter how many ignorant people that are there. So right now we'll be opening the lines, and you can call in and give your contributions. Okay. If you have questions for our speakers, we can maybe give them the opportunity to answer your questions. But I don't think many of you may have some questions. We can give your contributions. You can ask me questions I can answer, as the case may be. If you're just joining us newly, our signal number is +4571645962. That's our signal number. +4571645962. Okay, you can call us on signal, and you will be able to hear from us and also talk to Biafrans. Then on Skype, just go to Radio Biafra VOC. Radio Biafra VOC, and you will be able to get us on Skype. Then on WhatsApp, you can call us on WhatsApp +48739645 102 +48739645 102. So those are the numbers to call. Okay, those are the numbers to call, and you can do that. You can call in now and give your contribution to today's program. I will be waiting for your calls. I will be waiting for your calls. Okay, so you can call in and give your contribution to today's program as we make progress, as we move forward. Okay, you can call in. The lines are open depending on the one you want to call from. Okay, you can call him. You can call in. And somebody asked a question on our Facebook handle that we should say something about Biafra National Guard. Okay, Biafra National Guard is not set up by our leader Mazi. Biafra National Guard is not set up by our leader Mazi. Whether they have good intentions or not, we do not know. But they are doing their thing. I think it's some people that used to be Masop, or whether they know, that's just what I just need to clear anyone. So whatever anybody wants to do is on its own. Thank you. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good morning. My name is Chinemere. I'm calling from Free State.
Okay.
My Sadia Kreb, I greet you for your program this morning. It's very, very enlightening. Like what you were saying is like my experience in Lagos. Make us speak. Our people, they waste through. Just be like when we did Lagos, the one court group like that. I don't want to call their name. Their oga na one Fulani guy for Lasu,
Okay.
for the whole of Lasu,
Mm.
for the whole of Lasu. One Fulani guy. So if they dey fight, this fight no dey affect them because where I go school, I no wan call am for
Yeah.
close to Division 001 Army Cantonment there for Ojo.
Okay.
When we dey fight, this guy dey na him dey command, dey go dey give people wey dey kill. And just imagine people wey dey kill those things na brother to brother, just because say dem dey different confraternity. So that guy dey like this na based on as a head wey dey give command, go kill this person, go kill this person.
And na
And
and na
remember,
still na still those same people na dem go still guide am o.
my
Based on
everywhere
say
na
na him
dem
be our
still guide
oga.
am, na dem. Yeah, you just be like say na me dey tell. So he go give order say go kill this person. Remember person wey dey kill, if no be your Igbo brother, e go be your Yoruba brother. If no be your Yoruba brother, e go be your Igbo brother wey be say where him come from the same place, the same
Yes.
state, the same community. But just because say this one he did this intra, he did this confra, he go tell you say make you go kill am. Yeah, as he tell you na so you go do am. You go kill your brother. But you no know say na our numbers dey reduce and our people na im dey die. But just because of in the name of courtism, in the name of you wan obey wetin dem tell you, in the name of the oath wey you and the secret wey you sign, in the name of say you enter bush or you no enter bush, you wan do that thing to please the head. My able rep, that person, I just remember that this I'm telling you this about 2009, 2008. Na our Fulani guy, na him be the head for one of the strongest court group wey dey for Nigeria for last that time. So my able rep, I want to give our people message for Lagos, because we get people for Lagos.
Yes.
Our parents need to do a lot of work in regards to our children. Because if papa and mama no tell pikin where e come from, pikin no go know where e come from.
Exactly.
Our parents need to know, because I remember at that time, because I be Lagos boy, they born me for Lagos. Maybe say we dey for Lagos, they will do. We no know say a Calabar boy. I no know say Calabar boy na my brother. I no know say Warri boy na my brother. But that time, anytime we see Warri boy based on Lagos boy, we go dey challenge them. We go dey change am for them. Our own Lagos boy, Igbo boys, we go put them born for Lagos. We go dey obtain our brothers for Lagos there, wey dey for Alaba, wey dey for, because we dey call them Igbo boys, village boys.
Mm.
Wetin make our own kindred, our own place where we come from, village, and wetin make Lagos town. We go dey obtain our brother, we talk say this one na dey be Jew, they no know anything. You go dey obtain them, dey collect their money, forgetting say those people na your brothers dem be. So our parents need to work. This message now they go to our parents. They need to work on our kids and tell them who they are. We need
Exactly.
to identify their brothers to them so that they will know say this is not your brother. Distance is not going to be a barrier. We need to, as I did like this now, and when I started to listen to the voice of our leader, because you get what talk one day for this program. He says that the number one thing we our leader has done to us is to unite our people, which is very,
Yes.
very true. So
Exactly.
since when I came this country, I started listening to our leader. That's when I started knowing my weak points. Things will be say I'm not supposed to do what I don't do before. Things will be say I don't know who I was. So our parents need to tell our children where we come from, who will be your brother, and how to treat your brother. So now my contribution be this today. Thank you very much. my word. I
Thank,
appreciate your words.
thank you, my brother. That is very, very, very nice contribution. God bless you. You see what our brother just said. He gave us practical example as it is happening in Lagos. That is how it is happening in Iguacha, which they call Port Harcourt. That is how it is happening in many of our places. Mostly in the coastlines of Biafra, these Fulani people have infiltrated all these cult groups. And it is very, very easy for them to rise because they have affinity with police, they have affinity with army. Their affinity with police and with army makes it very easy for them to rise in these cult groups because they are the ones when when those boys are arrested, they are the ones that go to save them. So they just keep promoting them in the cult group before you know it, they are your masters. Hello, good morning and welcome
Hello,
to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
hello, good morning, sir. My name is Helen. I'm calling from the Republic of Ireland.
Okay, that's a very beautiful one. Go ahead, the world is listening.
I just want to say thank you for you all who are putting a lot of effort in this our Biafra struggle. May God Chukwukama bless you all. You say.
You see, you see.
Uh, Biko, enwere ihe m chọrọ ikwu, enwere nrọ m rọrọ yesterday and the nrọ dị important. And then nrọ m na-eme arọ m nrọ nga mama Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bịakwutere m n'arọ zie m ozi na m ga-azie nwa ya nwoke Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and agara m ije ahụ n'arọ gazie ya ozi a biko o ji m Chineke na ya ọṅụ ị nwere ike inye m nọmba alọị na Ejiọfọ barista Ejiọfọ biko ka m nwee ike izi ozi a ruo nga nke ozi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọ onye ọbụla ịma ndị nwere ike izi ozi a gaziga ya ozi ma ya dịrị m biko nrọ m na-eme biko ma after program gị kpọọ m
Okay, yes, after program.
oke ihe anụnwa bụ my number biko eji m Chineke Chukwu Okike abịa ma ya ọṅụ ka m zie m ozi anụnwa eziri m and eziri m ozi a na-arọ biko
Okay. Um,
okay sir, thank you.
though I am trying to get everything that you're saying, uh, you know, I do not understand Igbo language perfectly, but I think I got a glimpse of what you're saying. But after the program, we are going to talk.
Okay, please sir, please, I am off today, please. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Bless you.
Please, this message is important. Please call me after this program, please. My
Okay.
dreams do happen, do come reality, please, sir.
No
Thank you.
problem. I will. I will.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Okay, we have another caller that's trying to call in. Okay, when somebody is on air, will not be able to pick your call at the same time. So if you're trying to call, just stay and just keep trying. Let me see if I can bring this caller in. I think. Hello, good morning, Karoniki. You have some messages for us.
Yeah, but thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good morning for
Yeah.
what's up, Poland. The men chronic once again. Yeah, I wanted to remain Mazin Nandi Okukan, the memories of Shubu Prezanya, and all his leadership, fanaticals, men of valor, radicals. This is the time to do the needful. Maz, it's not time of too much talking. Yeah, Maz, that our sister that spoke from Ireland. She was telling you that she has some message was given to her by the mother of the late mother of our leader, and she went straight and delivered the message to me. And she need the
Okay.
probably to get the because not very offer.
Okay.
And
Mm.
she recorded that after the program. She will explain to you.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I don't have much to only. There's no time of too much talking. It's time of work action. But there's no time now left. Uh, what is stressing us is this Biafra awareness, and I know I send you the jingle. Don't forget to play that jingle. It's very
Okay.
important
Yeah,
because it
that's true.
started. 2 days to go now. Let me make the announcement. Then later you play the jingle. Biafra Education Awareness Speed, which is coming up on 30th. 30th, I think, is next tomorrow, and the time is 10 p.m. via Zoom. And among the prominent speakers includes Sofia Effiong, Daniel Ogun, Lolo Karo Monde, Dr. Lois Okachi Justice, and Dr. Uche Anyawagu, Professor Iwa Anoke. Once again, the date is Saturday, 30th October 2021. Time is 3 p.m. via Zoom. Mazi, what is happening now? Mazi, Biafra is here, but a lot of sabotage continue to be here. Everybody saw what Clifford Orji did yesterday. They were all over the social media. They were arrived from Israel. They do the blah blah blah. Just the same thing they've been doing. That is Omasop was DK group.
Okay, that's the Biafra
And
National Guard now, right?
yeah, they're nothing like there is nothing like Biafra National Guard.
somebody was
We have
asking. Somebody was asking that question. Yesterday, somebody called, and today somebody was writing on Facebook that question, and I I
Mazi,
addressed
the
it.
criminal. That Mazi Owazike, that man. Anyway, we don't want to say much. That man Owazike and Clifford. Mazi, do you remember sometime ago?
Yes, very
You know
well.
the foreigner that is working in his company. These are the same people that went and kidnapped and took ransom.
Can you imagine?
Now they are coming again. They are parabolating everywhere in Biafra land. But well, Mazi, too much talk. I just laughed in a Latin. That thing they're looking for, they will see it. At this stage, we are in this struggle. At this stage, there's one thing I love in Yorubas. This one can be in APC, this one be in APA, I don't know the name of the other, they use that party, PDP or whatever. But they go to Abuja with one voice. You will not know that these people that are working downtown with one voice. And they will
Exactly.
go. When they get so they bring it home. But our own, if Wazike knows something, the moment Onyendo come out, he will stay on his own. Now, the Mbamboyola will stay. At the end of the day, we go home. But see what they are doing every day by day. Now, whenever there is a program, it's like things is coming, they'll bring one useless nonsense. Where are they since? They just came in and make a blah blah blah. All this nonsense what they do, you know, go benefit them. Mazi, I have to appreciate, of course, doctor in Biafra land, our doctor who just spoke with you now, and the Pomtera, my friend. I appreciate you now. Make sure that they come, they do the needful. Mazi, I want our brother to wake up, and they're coming up. They're coming up. We love that. Let them come up, please. We are one people. We are one person. There's no difference. We are one. Look at what he has been mentioned. And look at the names. We are one people. I don't know. Mazi, these people, they did the British, they really dealt with us before God and man. And they see what that ceremonial or worship they brought there. Eh?
I
Look
saw
at
it
what they
now.
are doing. So what, Mazi, we are not afraid. Mazi, we are in this soil. Mazi, we are in their soil. We are in their territory. We are not afraid of anybody.
Of course.
If you kill those our brothers
There's
in Biafra
absolutely
land,
nothing they can do.
Mazi, this is just a blah blah. They will tell you, say they bring a tocado like these are popular nonsense. We are not afraid of them. Our forefather did, but this time a Ekumeniku is coming, and we are going to it take them start something here to turn Biafra. Not now again. We are in their soil. We are in we are more than 130 countries. We don't believe in talking much. When you start everywhere. They do not believe that well you kill those ones in Biafra land. The ones in diaspora is more deadly. There's not too much talking in evening gods. I have to leave it here. Thank you. Please
Thank you, my
play the
brother.
jingle. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
I will.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the lines are open. The lines are still open, and let me play this jungle. I mean, I keep calling it jungle. Well, the the zoo is even worse than a jungle. So let me play this jingle, not a jungle, and so that you can follow up.
special announcement to all Biafrans. Have you heard about the bid? Biafra and Awareness Day. Coming soon all over the world. We must come together and learn. It is time we come together from every angle to learn because every born ignorant. But false education makes a man stupid, foolish, selfish, and unwise. And for this reason, Biafra Education Awareness Day, BEAD, presents the continued genocide against Biafrans, a lecture series you cannot afford to miss. Biafra Education Awareness Day is a day set aside for the dissemination of information about Biafra. A day set aside for the continuing education of Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom. The stories of where we are and where we are going, such stories can only be told by us as we turn our bits of knowledge into pearls of wisdom. This generation will no longer allow our stories to remain hidden under the oppressor's carpet of tyranny. On Saturday, 30th October, we shall once again come together to educate ourselves on the continued genocide of Biafrans. Our children have to be told our story. Our young generations must know the true story. And we must tell our story because we are the best people to tell our story and tell it the way it should be told as we get educated on the continued genocide against Biafrans. This is a program for every Biafran. Date, 30th October 2021. Time, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Venue, Zoom online. Zoom ID is 846264616896. Code 899. Among the speakers are Professor Philip Effiong, Professor Ewa Anoke, a veteran, Dele Ogun, Lolo County, Dr. Justice Okachi Lois, Dr. Uche Anyanwago, and others. Come one, come all. Biafra is our hope. Biafra is our home. Biafra is our future, and Biafra is our life. For all Biafrans, this program is for everyone. Therefore, come and learn to become a teacher tomorrow. All hail Biafra. Organized by the Biafra Education Awareness Day Committee from the Belief IPOB Worldwide. This information is coming to you from the desk of the All State Media IPOB under the Supreme Command of the Biafra Restoration Movement Worldwide, led by Mazi Udo Derono.
Okay, welcome back. Somebody that was trying to call in this program. Let me see if I can. While we're playing the jingle, he was trying to. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Hyacinth Nelson Onyekuchi. I'm calling from Biafra and from Biafra. But right now I'm basically in Zoo, whatever called is Zoo, Kaduna State, which is called Nigeria. I'm calling because all those things happening is very annoying to my heart. Every day by day keep on bothering my heart. I don't know how prisoners our people are. They are zoo working our brothers called so governor working with zoo government. I don't know how so much interest which are there. Because sometimes you wondering, is it the same mother that born those people? How they think? Because I don't see what make the reason what's happening is still happening, but those people can never think back. They can never think of Igbo next generation. Because those Fulani people are there turning turning us up and down, killing our people, using our energy from our ancestor. But still yet, I don't know the reason why those people cannot, as in, they can never think twice on it. Because this is very annoyance. I wish if everything can just, if it is war, we are ready for war. Understand? Because I see it as if we are keep on delaying, because it's very every day. Okay, in southern Kaduna now, every day they keep they killed every day. Now so many people attack everywhere, attack. Even in a one village last week, they born in one family, they born about 15, about 9 people at one family, burn the house. And this what is have been happening for over many months ago. But I don't know how our people think sometimes. We imagine our the same Igbo people, they are see what is happening, but they are still supporting one Nigeria. What is the essence of one Nigeria? I don't understand. Mazi, please, I appreciate your work. I appreciate all this. Wherever you are, a greeting come to me. I appreciate your work. What I'm saying now is let's organize. If those people, because if we continue waiting of those people, they can never give us what we want. So if it is war, we are ready for war. Any person that will succeed in the war will succeed, and the people will stay, will be able to stay and benefit. Because those people, they are trying to kill the Igbo generation, which can never happen. So Mazi, please, I appreciate your work, and I continue praying our Mazi who is in DSS custody. God will continue blessing him wherever he is, cover him with the blood of Jesus, and nothing will happen with him. Nothing those people can ever do us. So everywhere you are, my brothers, Igbo people, Biafra people, everywhere you are, you are listening. You consult your heart, support us with your full confidence and whatever you have to support us and support us, because everybody come out and support with whatever she or he can support with us. There is no upgrade in this journey. We are well capable. God has blessed us. Let's use our opportunity this time around that we have been in this journey. Let us make it together. Nothing will happen. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. That was a brilliant contribution. God bless you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank
God
you.
bless you real good.
Thanks.
So the lines are open and you can give your contributions as others have been doing. You can give your contributions and talk to Biafrans, and we shall move forward. We still have a little time for that. We still have some time before we have to vacate the platform for other people to come in and do what they have to do. Okay? So the lines are open, and if you are listening to us from Facebook, and probably you want to, and I am already putting the lines for you to call. You can call us on Skype, Signal. You can also call us on WhatsApp. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where?
My brother,
Good morning.
thank you very much, my brother. My name is Chugamatama. I'm calling from Italy. I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you for the dedication, and I also commit for bringing our brother from the coastal region to speak to our brothers who this issue, this problem is not only our coastal brothers, not only it is the problem of black people. We have a very serious problem. Our coordinator or the doctor who spoke that you bring somebody from all the way from Niger and they become your brother, you say you want to unite them together, but your person you have a common culture, religion, and everything together, you say that is not your brother, you are different from him. This is our problem we have as a black people. I problem with our mentality, the way we do things, the way we reason. Very awkward, I must tell you indeed. Very awkward. We reason somehow very awkward. But I don't like the way we as a black people most time we think things, we do things very awkward. In political dispensation, there is a way to practice it. And those that brought this thing to us came to our land and learned a lot of things and transform it in different way and practicing it. Then we follow them to practice all those things ignorantly or sometimes foolishly. Now, why am I saying this? A lot has happened. Those trying to campaign can see the reflection from the people's want. The reflection, they go inside the market to campaign for politics, they see the reflection there because law or rules comes out of people's want. The reflection of it's a reflection of people's want. What people's want is what reflect. You have to put into law. So now they don't see all these things. Then our coastal brothers who see that there are people who came from all the way from Tyrian, all the way to come into our land. Date, as our brother said, they can see that the reflection there, what they are doing can reflect in the coastal. You see that everything has been condemned. The pollution there, the cancer there, everything there. Now, and you can see that the people commanding Nigeria are not showing any interest to put things in order. All they do is to make sure that you rise up. They keep. Let me say this to everybody. Let me pay attention to me, my dear brother, please. With the some minutes. There was a time we have what they call Bakassi that came to kill criminals, kill armed robbers, kill a lot of. Some people run away from their cities. Some criminals run away. Some people run away. A lot of things happen. They kill many people, and it seems that the criminality or armed robbery and everything has ended. It lasts about 8 to 10 years or 12 years. That was 1999, 1981. Now it's about 10 years or 15 years of it, or 18 years. Now, criminality has come back. It reflects, it shows that nothing you can do to stop criminality if you don't employ people. What the leaders in the whole coastal region, the Biafra land, all over, what they're doing is to, this man is a criminal, let us kill him. You think that you are resolving a problem. You are not resolving a problem because criminality most time came out of a need. People are needy. They're hungry. They go into one thing. When they try once and succeed, they double into it. That's how it comes. And they think that by stopping criminality is to carry gun, shoot them, prison them. That is where they make mistakes. So those that people that give us a system, administrative system, telling you the employment, they are not foolish. They know why they will employ people. If you employ somebody, and that person is working as you are in radios, is money here talking. You can't have time to go and still do picking pocket or any other thing. You don't have that time because you are busy doing something. And when they keep people idle, people continue moving around to do force themselves one thing or the other. And they think that the only solution is to do what? To kill them. So that is why if you reflect on this thing, you know that the need and the even quick possible as for we to get Biafra. So that people will get what to do. Something as you said there, you said that money cannot be our problem. Look at Dubai of yesterday become since Europe. Have I seen any Dubai person working for the Europeans? It doesn't exist because they have enough.
So this is the same thing will apply to Biafra. So you keeping and we don't dwell in oil. Since I've been here, I've not even won 1 euro from the oil before. So why should I focus my attention because of oil? And oil is everywhere in the Biafra land. No area in that Biafra land there's no oil. So why are we running away from our responsibilities? So I'm calling our brother from the coastal land. They should open our. I'm not saying because they come from coastal land, but I say because of the stupidity of a black man, including me. We are stupid and hopeless. Our reason is beyond the white. That's why white people will treat us like a cow. Using us. They look at this COVID issue now. Everything directly comes from them. They are the ideology producers. We follow them by back. When they produce an idea, we follow usually without asking questions. That is why they bring COVID injection. And we have the so-called scientists. They can't take even that medicine to laboratories and they examine them before they take it to inject their people. So all they do is to just accept it and follow the what you give to them without knowing, asking questions why the vaccine, how go and make your own research. They can't do that. All everything concerning this ideology of this COVID, how to stay at home, distance, and everything was the idea of the white people. They produce it and give it to the black. We are following them sheepishly. And that is the way I'm angry. So our people should, black people should wake up in the world. Otherwise, these white people, let me tell you one thing. I love every human being, but there's something instinct inside the white person. They have a pathological hatred. Listen, let me tell you, I live in Europe. If you are going to be behind a white person, he didn't see you. If he eventually see you by sudden, the kind of fear, or even moving an area very lonely, and you are walking behind her, she can even him or cannot even fly. They have opportunity to fly because they have this fear inside them because of what they did to the black. And why did they do what they do? Because they will hate us. They hate us. But I don't ask you to hate anybody. I want you to know if you know your enemy, because the Bible. Go ahead.
Okay. You know what you're saying is not bad though, but somehow it can mislead some of our people in terms of understanding, depending on the caliber of understanding that such a person have. There are certain things that our leader have taught us, which I also have gotten to understand. There's a way this functions. Okay, white people, yes, they did what they did. They took advantage of us in Africa and even people in Asia. But funny enough, the people in Asia have woken up and they have brazen up, and they are and today white people cannot do that anymore. But those of us in Africa refuse to brazen up, and they are still taking advantage of us
Yes.
because we are still foolish. You understand? So,
Okay.
to a
Agree
great
with you.
extent, I don't blame the white people so much. I even like the fact that they even did what they did because it made everybody to sit up. Because if they did not come to take advantage of us, and the Asians wouldn't have sat up today. And now we have the responsibility to sit up. The only thing is that we just
Yeah.
need to make our people know that okay, this is what they did. You understand? But I do not practically believe that every white man have a pathological hatred for black people. There are many white people that have free mind for black people or any color of people whatsoever. But primarily the white people have this mindset of superiority over others, and mostly over black people. And you won't blame them because they have proved it on our land and outside our land that they are superior to us. What we just need to do is to prove as well that we are equal, and which is what we are doing. Okay. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Your contribution is very, very, very
Yes,
beautiful,
yes.
very nice. So, because of time,
Let me.
our time is running up. You have something to say?
Yeah, I want to say just something in a second.
Okay.
What your analysis is fantastic. And I concur with that analysis. But what I want to say, I'm not talking individual, but I live in Europe. Individual, very fine people among them. But I'm talking the system of the government, and they have taken advantage. Remember from my first beginning, what I said, the black people, the way we reason is our problem. And that is where I capitalize my issue. That if you have risen up, as you said, and to counter all these things, it couldn't have happened to us. Why giving that instance as I think stands now in the Biafra land? Everybody has seen it. But yet the politicians and the criminals will call you, follow them. That is our incapable of reasoning. That's my point.
Exactly.
And thank you very
Exactly.
much.
Thank you very much. That
Thank
is
you.
very nice. That is very wonderful. God bless you. Oh, our time is fast spent. Mazi wants to come in. Let me see if you can manage our time. Hello.
Hello, Mazi.
Yes. Good morning from here, Mazuba. We have a very few minutes for you to give your contribution. Okay. Um, we have very few minutes. So please talk to Biafrans in 3 minutes so that we can round up and hand over the platform to the next person.
When it comes to our own coastal region, it's never is enough, But let me let me just say what I can do. Um,
Go ahead. Go
can
ahead.
you hear me?
Very well. Go
All
ahead.
right. It's just the ringing thing that is coming out from there. It's distracting me.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you for the job you're doing, and also greetings to Biafrans worldwide. My name is Mazi Aizayoba, and I'm looking you for my education here, and I am a member of DOS, the Directorate of State. Mazi, you have done a very wonderful job this morning, and I must commend you for that. The few things I wanted to say is that one of your guy, the Abuja coordinator that you brought in, said some certain things that actually touched me. And one of the things he said, he mentioned one of the area in Imbis, which is actually a place I know very well. I know I am very familiar with the place, and I have in-laws there. Uh, and I was surprised when he mentioned Okrika, and I wonder how he knows the area as well. And also in the coast, we have Okrika as well, where Franco Pigo came from, the man that actually reminded Ojukwu the name Biafra, that that we need to go back to that name Biafra, the original name we had before the white man came.
No,
And
sorry. Okay. Franco Pigo is from Bayelsa. Okrika is one of the Ijo tribes in Rivers State. Franco Pigo is from
right,
Bayelsa. Yes, Southern Ijo in Bayelsa.
okay,
But the man that
right.
spoke,
So
the man that spoke with you is a member of CRC. He's from Okrika there.
exactly. So this is what I'm saying now. Now this will tell you. Now you remember, was it 2 days ago I was talking with you, and I was saying to you that our people keep migrating until the ocean stops them.
Exactly.
And now, have you now seen that explanation I was trying to explain to you? That
Of
look,
course.
you see, how can we now have Okrika in Imbise and also Okristurion? And everything now boils down to what I was saying to you, that when my father was alive, he was telling me how they travel from that our own area coming to Okrika, coming to Ejo area, going to Bayasa, going to Buguma and Degema. And I never, never one day, never at any point he ever said that those areas are not part of hinterland or Igbo people. And
Exactly.
where he got it a little bit, I am not comfortable. He said that we are not saying that we are Igbo, and you're speaking Igbo. and you have Okreka in my own area, and also you have Okreka in the coastal region, which the only thing that stops that Okreka from furthering more is that ocean there. And I won't be surprised that the Okreka you're talking about in Mbise is the same brother to Okreka in the coastal region. What stops going further is that ocean. And our people need to understand this, that one people. And you mentioned about Ireland here, which you talk
Exactly.
about Northern Ireland and the main Ireland Republic. And this is exactly what they are trying to employ in Biafran system now. The Biafra we are fighting for. And our people in the coastal region, and we keep shouting on this, our people in the coastal region should wake up now before it's too late for them. And I can tell you, if you see the massive development that is coming, that Ireland is developing, I'm telling you, in the last 10, 15 years, you can never believe the overnight development that we have seen here in Ireland. And they go to the Northern Ireland. What they are using there is almost all the system what British have left, after British have used those words or bosses and all these things, they will push them to Northern Ireland. You see what I'm saying? The
Wow.
same development that the kind of development and the new high tech that is being introduced here in Ireland is not the same. It's not 100% the same with the one that they're having in Northern Ireland. Why is it like that? Because that part of the world refused to join this area when they were fighting for liberation, and they choose to remain under Queen. And now the development here, the economic here has grown so much that these people are one of the, despite they are too small, but 4.8 million in population. They are one of the richest, country and most to own zero corrupt country in the world.
You,
Ireland, you're seeing it. And this is what we are telling our people in the coastal region. Do not let this kind of mistake fall before us. We need to come together. We are one people. If you bring the main Irish person here, the island, the one where I am, and bring somebody from the Northern Ireland, if two of them speak English, you will not understand each other. You will never understand the other part, mainly the Northern Ireland. Their English is out of this world. The way their dialect is completely different from the one here in the mainland. Do you see it? But they are still Irish people. They are still identify themselves as Irish people, but they haven't come together as one republic because that part is still under Britain. Do you see what we are saying?
exactly.
And some of us that have traveled outside that have seen this game and telling our people to understand this game. Now you can see when Fulani man was addressing Nigerians on the national television, he was saying, I can't remember the name of that governor. He was saying that they are trying to bring all the Fulanis in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa and all this. They want to bring them under one fire, under one fold. And you yourself that is living with the same person, speaking the same language, you are seeing Okreka person in Mbise and Okreka person in a brother that left Mbise and moved to the coast and become Okreka there, and you don't want to identify with him. You say that you are not Igbo. This is really crazy, and this is the something that we don't want to condone. And this is why both of you and I are suffering till today. And somebody who is a Fulani man is saying that he's trying to unite all the Fulanis from the whole Africa to come and settle in the zoo. And you yourself, and the same man who is trying to bring a Fulani man from Niger, from Chad, from Senegambia, is telling you your own brother that you people are not the same, and you are accepting such rubbish, and they are stealing the oil, and they are polluting your area, they are making your life miserable, and they are killing Igbo people. Igbo people are fighting, and you're saying that you're not Igbo. Come on, we need to wake up. And the who killed Cancer, the same British who is instigating all this division among us, the same British that killed Cancer, and you people don't want to wake up. And you see all these protests, all this sit at home, and all this advancement that the upland is doing, and you're sitting comfortably in the coastal region, thinking that it's going to be well there with you, with these people. If we abandon you, or if we leave you guys and move on with our own life here on the upland, you will face the same thing that Northern Ireland is facing here. The things there may look okay, but I'm telling you, if you go there, you and come to island here, you will know the difference, and you will see the advancement of the country that have been free from these clutches of the enemy. We are telling you what we see with our eyes. Our people in the coastal region should wake up. And I really appreciate you that are serving also in IPOB to speak to our people in the coast so that we know that there's no segregation there and they have their representatives there. Let's come together, let's get invaders, let's take our land, let's rebuild it the way we want. There are numerous resources that we have in our land that can better our life than bringing this Fulani Janjaweed that are killing us. You have Jonathan there, they couldn't let Jonathan have peace. Upon all what Jonathan did to them, they did not let him have peace. And what else? Is it an Igbo man that kicked Jonathan out, from Abuja, kicked him out from Abuja? Isn't it the same men people, the same your brothers on the mainland that supported Jonathan to the core? And because of that, now we are paying a huge price. We're being slaughtered every day. And our people in the coastal region now are just those eyes sleeping like what is happening is going to spare them. Come on, guys, you guys need to wake up. And these officers should be coming often on air and address our people in the coast so that they will know that we are together in this. And let's get our freedom and build our country the way I want it. We cannot have a Okreka person in Nambise and have a Okreka person in the coast. And you said they are not the same. But our the distance is not too far. And you're saying that they are not the same people. Are you crazy? Are you guys crazy or what? Mazi, thank you very much for giving me this chance. I wanted to voice this out now. Thank you very much. I remain blessed and continue your good work, my brother. You're doing well.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. That is Mazi Azaoba, a member of the Directorate of State. Okay, that brings us to the close of today's program. And I'm very sorry we had to take a little time because our brother was addressing Biafrans. Thank you very, very much, Mazi Uba, for your good work. And thank you, every great Biafran, for all that you've done. God bless you.
Oh yeah.